Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to the Vanguard Wall podcast. This has been a long time coming for me. I've thought about it, strategized about it, planned about it, and finally got off the fence, and here we are today. So, welcome. The Vanguard Wall, why do we pick that name? Well, the Vanguard in any military element is either a frontline unit for an attacking force or a scouting or reconnaissance unit, and that's what we hope to be. We hope to be out there up front, trying to find issues and figure out ways to creatively help folks and spark ideas and, really be out there trying to lead the charge to help anybody that we can, to be honest with you. The idea kind of from this podcast, kind of my initial thoughts were, I'm kind of a history buff. I used to think a lot about Roman and, Spartan culture. I'm really fascinated by history. And one of the things in Roman tactics and in Spartan tactics was, during battle, warriors would link their shields together and form a shield wall. And together, we're better. And I think that, although maybe we're not fighting every day, I still think that men, especially when we link together to lift each other up, to help each other on this life's journey, we become better. I know that I'm better because of my friends and the help that they've given me. And, hopefully that we can put a positive message out in this world. Everything seems to be going to crap, but, that doesn't mean that we can't still help each other and try to make this world, with what little time we have left, a better place. A little bit about myself. I was a police officer for 14 years. I did a little bit of everything in the police department. I was on a SWAT team. I spent a little bit of time in narcotics. I was a canine handler and a canine supervisor. I worked patrol. I was a patrol supervisor. I got exposed to a lot. It was a fun career. I learned a lot, went through, a couple pretty traumatic incidents. And then after my time as a police officer, I spent 10 years as a federal agent, working in both a middle America town as well as on the border. Got a lot exposed a lot to the cartel, and learned a lot along the way. I was also in the military. I did 22 years in both the U.S. Army active duty as well as the reserves, and I spent the latter part of my career, about 12 or 13 years, working in a special missions unit, doing human intelligence, and got exposed to some pretty cool stuff. Went to a couple different war zones, as well as some other places in the world. So that's a little bit about who I am. I've got a unique story. Another reason why we started the podcast is it was kind of some podcasts that helped me, kind of come along in my journey. The last 5 years especially, I went through some pretty rough stuff personally. And it was a couple podcasts that, that I listened to other people and listened to other people's stories, that really helped me as a human being. So I thought, hey, what better way? It seems like this new venue is, everybody's got a podcast now, and I got some really cool friends and some really cool people that I'm hoping to get their story out. And not just, battle stories or cop stories but human stories of overcoming adversity and, becoming a better person and, falling hard, but also getting themselves back up. I mean, some of my friends have motivated me, and I'm not sure I'd be sitting here today having this conversation if it wasn't for some good friends helping me carry myself when I really needed it. So, we have some guests coming up. Our first guest is going to be a former Army Ranger who had a pretty crazy childhood, joined the military, became an Army Ranger, did some really cool stuff in the military, some tough stuff, and then got out. And not only did he go through some extremely tough mental adversity, he also experienced some pretty bad physical loss that he's had to fight his way through. So without giving that story away before the podcast drops, stay tuned for that, because that's going to be a great story. We also have a former cartel pilot that flew for CJNG, that, was a pretty bad dude and then became one of the good guys. That story is going to be crazy. I don't think there's too many stories out there like that. So definitely look forward to telling that story. We have some military dudes, some retired guys that, have done some crazy stuff. Everything from normal infantry dudes to, guys that worked in tier 1, tier 2 units. I got some law enforcement dudes that are going to be coming on, both federal, state, local, that have experienced some really cool stuff. And then again, man, we have a doctor that's going to come on and talk about health stuff, some mental health stuff. And so, yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to, having this kind of wide range of different topics to talk about. It's not going to be some of the normal stuff that's out there. So I'm excited to share that with you guys. So in the meantime, if you could, like our YouTube channel, share it with your friends, subscribe so that you can get our most up-to-date content. So again, welcome to hanging out with us. Welcome to being on this journey with us. And we can't wait to get this party started. So in the meantime, stay safe. And if you can't be safe, be violent out here.